So yesterday, the 1st of March, we got out for a rip. And this is the first rip that I've really been on for this winter, other than sort of beginning of the years, but riding on the snow is not something I've gotten a chance to do too much of this year.
Pretty much stay on the path.
Oh, baby.
Looks like the boys just went through today for that.
Yeah.
We'll go do the big loop first.
So for today, it's just me and Lance. Colin's bike's laid up right now while he's getting the suspension reworked to get ready for the season, and we're edging him towards coming out to go race. Not sure that'll happen, but I think it might. Might tease him into one or two. The trails that we're on right now are not groomed skidoo trails. They're not part of a designated trail system. These are just back routes that people travel on to go explore in the woods. And for us, we have to wait until enough skidoos have gone on it to pack it down good, because the snow off to the sides is probably about 2 feet deep and the bikes will not run in it. And even more so that they won't run in it, if you go off the trail, kind of like the floor is lava game, well, the floor here is really just a wheel chalk, and it's going to stop your bike cold, and you're going to go over the bars.
That's what happens when you go off the track.
Yep, and so there's two things that are kind of working here. If you go fast enough, you seem to have a bit more control until you don't. And if you go off the trail when you're going fast enough, like I said, you're going to go over the bars. I didn't go over the bars there because I'm definitely not going fast enough, but it kind of sketches me out. And that's really just the mental game that you play. And then on the other hand, if you go too slow, the front end tends to wallow around and you don't have good control. So it's this weird little game that you got to play.
You definitely want to stay on this trail, because if you get off to the sides at all, you're going over the bars.
Alright, I think I'm overstating the obvious here, and it's not like there's an element of danger here. If you go over the bars, you're going to land in the snow, so long as you don't hit a tree. This little section here that we're running, this is where the fat tire bikes come through, the mountain bikes, and once it's really packed down, it's also good for us to ride on. We tend to stay off those for the most part when they're specifically been built for those guys, because if we do fall through, then we're just going to cut a big hole, and then we're going to sit there and have to fill it with snow and stomp it down so it hardens up again. Last thing we want to do is mess up someone's trail that they put a lot of time and effort into. It's been a minute since we've been able to get out and ride. I think the last ride was early in 2023. I don't even know. I got to go back and look at the video. I know we did the last ride at the very end of December before the snow came. And the snow was late coming this year, but it's guaranteed that it's going to come as it did. And it takes a little while for everything to kind of pack down and be able to get on it and ride. And then of course there's scheduling as you arrive in the new year. So I'm pretty happy to get out and ride today. And today is just about getting out and riding. Didn't get into anything too crazy, not hooning the bikes around in the woods, just kind of being outside and enjoying it. Though, you know, there's always that temptation.
Think I can jump that?
I think so. It's just if you don't land in the trail, it's gonna suck. A little hop across, but if you land left and right, You're gonna want to be on your back tire when you land.
Good footage though.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn all around and go do it though. Could go up around that way. Nah, don't worry about that.
Now the funny thing is, as soon as Lance stopped, I knew what he was thinking, because I was thinking the exact same thing. And the temptation was pretty strong, but jumping the bike and then landing on this kind of packed snow, you might just blast right through it. And if you got to get enough speed to get a jump to clear that sort of 6-7 foot gap, well, you're going to have a little bit of speed on when you auger into the snowbank on the other side.
That's some good trail.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's fun.
Just behind me where we turned around, there's some housing and some development, and this is where a lot of the skidoos access the woods. So this section of trail here is packed down nice and firm, and you can rip on it. And if I was a little bit braver, I would have grabbed another gear there and really hammered it, but you know, there's always these things called corners, and I tend to miss them if I'm going too fast.
Did I put you off?
What?
Was that me?
What?
Was that me?
No, God no.
Thought I was blocking the trail. I didn't know if we kept going or we turned.
We'll go out. We'll go back out and then come back in the way we came.
Okay. It is sketchy when you get off the side.
You were moving there though. I was like, oh fuck, they took off.
Ah, Lance, you charmer, you know the right things to say to make me blush. Well, that about brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed a little Winterlude, and we'll probably get out one more time before the next big adventure comes up, and that's coming up in the 1st of April. So stay tuned for that one, because that takes us, well, takes us right out of Canada.